Hi history lovers, welcome back to an all-new episode of The History Gal. In this series we're doing episodes all about the Tudors, and today we're talking food and medicine. In Tudor England, and especially at Henry VIII's Tudor court, we start to see some new trends emerging in health and medicine, as well as some new imported foods and bigger, more extravagant banquets and entertainments. During this period, imports from all over Europe became more popular for Tudor England. Things like furniture, tapestries, even pewter came from all over the world. But perhaps the biggest new import was sugar. Sugar directly impacted the health and wellness of Tudor England, and they had no idea. In an effort to make banquets seem more extravagant, the kitchen staff began to make molds of real food entirely out of sugar. This is something that we can still see with some of our best cake bakers today. In terms of health, however, sugar caused real problems. The Museum of London actually keeps skulls from all across the history of London. And when you look at the skull of someone from the medieval period and compare it to the skull of someone from the Tudor period, almost all of the skulls from the Tudor period have rotted teeth and disfigured skulls. For women in Tudor England, childbirth was actually one of the most dangerous events that a woman could go through. The statistics say that 20 in every 1,000 women died from childbirth. Willow bark was used as a form of aspirin at the time, and this is pretty great because we still use that ingredient in some of our modern day medicine. The church at this time had really strange views on pain and childbirth though, and they believed that women should get the least amount of pain relief as possible because they thought that childbirth was a good reminder of original sin. Famously, Jane Seymour, the third wife of Henry VIII, had a 36-hour labor and unfortunately passed away after she delivered her baby boy. Another tragic pregnancy story from this period was with Queen Mary I. She'd gotten married at 37 and was desperate to have a baby to carry on the Tudor line. She suffered from 2 phantom pregnancies that included morning sickness, nausea, and even a swelling belly. By the second phantom pregnancy, no one in her court believed she was pregnant. During this time, doctors were extremely expensive, so middle and lower class families didn't have access to just call the doctor when they got sick. So instead, they resorted to homeopathic remedies and recipes, herb gardens, and ale. What they didn't understand though about these herbs was that at different times of the year, they became stronger and even poisonous. So in an effort to help educate the general population, the printing press was used to finally start printing medical books. One of the diseases that really ran through Tudor England consistently was what was called the sweating sickness. It's something that we would equate to like the influenza or the flu nowadays. This disease took the life of Prince Arthur in 1501. Even Anne Boleyn and Cardinal Wolsey succumbed to the sweating sickness in 1528, although they didn't die from the disease. But where medicine failed, Henry VIII liked to turn to astrology and horoscopes. With his star sign being a Cancer, he had always been told that he would be prone to diseases, including kidney stones. Maybe that's one of the reasons Henry VIII was such a hypochondriac. Another favorite part of banquets for Henry VIII and his court was alcohol. Nearly 600,000 gallons of ale were used at Tudor court every year, and another 15,000 gallons of wine were ready whenever he wanted them. In fact, wine fountains were installed in the high traffic areas and banqueting halls. The advancement of health and medicine for each of the Tudor monarchs was crucial because they all had health ailments. Unfortunately, their diet of sugar, red meat, and alcohol didn't help them at all. But the Tudor understanding of herbs and natural remedies really does form the foundation for much of the modern day medicines that we still use. For some more information, book recommendations, or videos about the things we talked about in this episode, visit our info section below. You can also leave your comments and questions about Tudor food and medicine underneath this video or on our Facebook page. Your feedback might be included in a future episode. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Y'all have a great week.